Okay, lots to speak about, individual names as well. Some good news for Punj Lloyd. Let's get in Luv Chhabra, who's the Director Corporate Affairs at Punj Lloyd. He joins us on the line from Delhi. Good having you, Mr. Chhabra. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Couple of news bits. One, of course, the defense foray. Two, you've decided to hive off some non-core assets as well. Let's first talk about the defense foray. What's the size of the order that you've received? And is there more in store for the defense arm of Punj Lloyd?
So I think this report is misleading in the sense that we had applied for 3 additional licenses. Now we have received no official communication as yet that the licenses have been granted, but we see no reason why the licenses won't be given to us. So there is no specific news of any large order that we have won in the defense space.
So you're saying that this is what you will get, or what you probably have gotten but you don't have an intimation of, is only a license and not an order?
Correct. So we had applied for 3 additional. We already have some licenses in the defense business. We applied for 3 additional licenses. We understand that the committee met, and from the media reports, I understand that the licenses have been granted to us, but we haven't received official communication as yet.
Okay. So what next then? Let's assume that you have gotten the licenses. What happens to the defense order book over the course of the next 1 year? Where will you be applying for? What are the chances of you getting orders? Because I'm sure a lot of companies will be in the foray.
That is correct. So, we started a defense foray about 3 years ago. We have commissioned a very large modern precision manufacturing plant at Malanpur near Gwalior, spread over an area of 65 acres. Now, since the time we have commissioned the plant, we have already started making components and sub-assemblies for some of the defense PSUs. And these are highly precision machined components and for clients like HAL and Ordnance Factory Board. We are also a prime bidder for some of the programs. A typical defense program takes anything from 3 years to 5 years from the time an RFP is issued till the order is placed, because there is a couple of years of no cost, no commitment trials, followed by extensive DGQA evaluations, and finally prices are opened. Now, this is a competitive business, and there is no certainty that every order that we bid for, we will win. So our focus is really to look at tailor-made products which can be manufactured or integrated at our plant, and to look at fit-for-purpose, low-cost technology providers, which would make us obviously competitive in this business. So we have a couple of bids that we have, a couple of RFPs that we have responded to. Some have undergone the process of trial. And we hope that over the next 6 months to 8 months, we should win at least one program.
So still very early stages, Mr. Chhabra, but how much investment would you have earmarked for your defense foray?
So far we have invested about close to 150 crores. I think as and when we get more orders, we will obviously expand our facilities and possibly double the investment over the next 3 to 5 years.
Officially funded on your books for the same, or would you have to raise additional money?
But, so to me that doesn't matter. It's a part of the Punj Lloyd group. So whether it is raising money specifically for this or it's all on the books, it's immaterial. But we're hoping that part of that funding will come out from the profit from some of these projects that we win.
Okay. And you mentioned that over the next 6 to 8 months, you may bag one order. What, or maybe more than one order. What would the typical size of such an order that you would be bidding for be?
So, the size of defense orders vary. It can go from a couple of 100 crores to as much as 700-800 crores. And ultimately, unless the price bids are opened and we get and we are L1, we will never get to know whether we won the order or not.
Mr. Chhabra, you have a proposal pending before the FIPB that is going to be taken up on 21st October. What is it that you're seeking permission for?
So, we have a number of companies in which we have defense licenses. So, the current ones which I have read in the media reports are wholly owned subsidiaries of Punj Lloyd that do not require FIPB approval, because in the wholly owned subsidiaries, we have no foreign investment. In Punj Lloyd, the promoter's investment has come in through an FDI. So, there is a particular license that is there in Punj Lloyd which needs FIPB approval. And that's what we are awaiting.
We also understand that you're close to tying up sale of your non-core assets shortly, and that would include your stake in Medanta, Medicity, as well as, some of the offshore barges. Could you confirm that for us? And if so, how much money will this raise?
Well, I can't confirm, how much money it will raise. Yes, we are looking at a part divestment in our stake in Medanta and also sale of some of our barges. We expect that the process should get completed over the next couple of months. But, like in all transactions, the deal is not done till it is done and the money is in the bank. So beyond that, I'm afraid I'm unable to give any further information.
Okay, just one final question from mine at least, Mr. Chhabra. Short-term debt, any concerns there? Would you be able to repay all on the necessary timelines?
I think at the conclusion of both these deals, this should not be an issue.
Okay. Fair call. We wish you all the best for the closure as well. Thanks so much for coming online and putting all of that into perspective. So Punj Lloyd saying that they haven't received an order till now. They have probably received the license for defense. They've applied for 3 licenses. So no order win as yet, but hopeful of some wins over the course of the next few months. Mitesh, come in with your stock recommendations. A word on Punj Lloyd as well. You mentioned about it being very close to the